Hey guys, this is Raul, and in today's video we're going to talk about where you can get some cheap tire deals. And very simply, I've put the links in the description, but before you go ahead and make that purchase, I want to tell you that tires actually have a shelf life. So that means if they're in storage for a long time, they kind of lose their grip, because tires are kind of softer compound, and when you keep them in storage for too long, they get harder and obviously they lose grip. So whenever you're buying from online, you're using my links, which are in the video description below. Make sure to check out the seller ratings, and also make sure that when you get your tires, check for when they were manufactured. If they don't have the manufacturing date on, return them. And if they have a very old manufacturing date, I'm saying something around 3 years plus, then you should also consider returning them. When I actually bought my tires, I got tires which were 1 year old, so 1 year is quite fine with me. Moving on to how you can get better tire life, and I'm gonna get that red light, so we can talk to you afterwards. So back to the tire life discussion. I use Metzeler Sportec M5s, and Indian riders have always been saying that they have the best grip, but at least for Indian make bikes they do, and they've also been complaining that they have shorter tires lifespan, which is true, because the softer you make, the better grip you get, and it obviously is more expensive to run. And I know that a lot of people in India are not happy to pay those higher tire prices, but trust me, for the sake of safety and the reliable performance that these offer, especially on wet road conditions or cornering, I haven't been able to switch to other tires. I've always had more life out of my Metzelers. Like, I used to get 16,000 kilometers to 17,000 kilometers on the rear tire, around 20 to 21,000 kilometers on the front tire. So I'm going to share those tricks with you. First of all is that you should always run proper air pressure, and by proper air pressure I mean 25 on the front and 28 on the rear. No matter which tire you're using, which bike you're using, on your swing arm there's a sticker which talks about the tire pressures. It's written on the swing arm. I don't know why nobody follows it, but here people kind of tend to overinflate the tires. They think they'll get better mileage, but it sacrifices in grip, and tires have a rounder profile, so when you overinflate them, that becomes even more round on the bottom, so less contact patch when you're having overinflated tires. So that means the center of the tire wears out faster, and the metal wire sort of thing comes out, and the sides are still intact. So that's what's been happening to most of the tires that I've seen in the KTM service center, and that is why people get less tire life, because they overinflate the tires. They get crashes, they also get ABS malfunction, and they blame the motorcycle. It's not the motorcycle, it's just your wrong tire setting. For KTM it's 25 on the front, 28 on the rear. That's for single rider. For pillion it is 25 on the front and 32 on the rear. Moving on to the second, if you're going off-road or having patches of road, slow down as much as possible. Don't try to these are soft tires, they're not meant to be ridden off-road, but they manage just fine. Just don't ride super fast off-road, because that's gonna wear out your tires very, very fast. So next time you hit a bad patch of road, slow down as much as you can. You'll have better tire life on good tarmac, or even reasonably good tarmac. I'm not talking about the small scratched up little bumpy roads. They can handle this fine. You can ride as fast as you want. I've done speeds, so it's not a big deal. These are pretty high speed rated tires, so they're pretty good to handle the high speeds on the highway. It doesn't affect the tire life. Third thing is, obviously, don't do burnouts, and this is probably very self-explanatory, but don't get hyped up by those biker fests and burn out and do some lot of smoke outs and all that stuff. If you do that kind of stuff, it's going to just eat up your tire life, and that's not going to be what you're expecting. If you want to do a burnout, just before you replace the tires, just do it in front of the service station. You're going to throw that tire out anyways. But when you're parking them, try to park them in shade, so it retains better tire life because of that, because I think constant heat exposure to the direct sunlight kind of makes the tires hard and reduces the grip. I know it's not always possible, but possible whenever you can do it. If you ever get a puncture, I know that a lot of people do that quick puncture repair thing. and some people, you know, have no other option. But I know this guy who actually takes the tire off and he repairs it internally. It is a very huge time taking process, but I've done that with my tires and I've seen that kind of increases tire life. I know it's very hard to follow for most people, because you have to take it to the service center and they take out the wheel and then the other guy takes out the tire. It's kind of very complicated, but if you do that, that's all the better. I hope you guys like this video. Please hit that subscribe button if you're a new viewer. Hit that bell icon if you're an existing subscriber, or even if you're a new subscriber. Without that bell, you will never know if I upload a video. That's YouTube these days. Hit that bell, please, I request you. You can also support my work on Patreon. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you very, very soon. This is Rahul. Goodbye.